Good morning, everybody, and to all you ghouls and ghastly gashes out there.
What about all the
Um,
gaslighters?
all the gaslighting.
All right, there we go.
Happy Halloween. And you know who's not having a happy Halloween? Kiva Confections. Because the Kiva Confections PR team will not be at the company Halloween party tonight. They'll most likely be doing a little damage control out in Northern California's East Bay, because at least one child ingested Kiva's Lost Farm cannabis-infused fruit chews after four were found by parents in the candy stash that Alameda Elementary students collected at a PTA trick-or-treating event this weekend. The chews were wrapped in blue paper and allegedly looked similar to Starburst candies. At least three families reported finding the Kiva chews among the chocolates and other items from the PTA sponsored event at Amelia Earhart Elementary on Sunday. District school officials um, notified police early Monday morning and advised Earhart families to throw out all candy collected at the event. As of midday Monday, there had been no additional reported incidents of anyone ingesting the THC-laden chews, but a district spokesperson said that they're doing everything that they can to keep the kids safe while we investigate what happened. A statement put out by Superintendent Pasquale Scuderi of Alameda Unified School District said this: a student had found in a bag of candy they brought home an edible with about 10 milligrams of THC in it. We do not know we do know the student appears to have ingested the candy unintentionally. They intentionally ingested the candy. I'm pretty sure they meant to eat it. But the family got help, and the student is stabilized and doing well. At least that's the good news. But you know what, y'all? Halloween's always been my favorite holiday because it never pretended to be something that it wasn't. I know with all the costumes and disguises and whatnot, it sounds oxymoronic, but hear me out. Christmas. Jesus was born in the spring. The Feast of Saturnalia had nothing to do with little baby Jesus. Thanksgiving. Americans each year get together with their favorite friends and relatives, eat until they can't walk to celebrate the genocide of 100 million Native Americans. But Halloween, you know what you're in for: assholes in offensive costumes and drunk lingerie clad women and smeared makeup making bad decisions. You know, every year on Halloween, we have the same sort of coded reefer madness PSAs put out by local police departments nationwide about looking out for sketchy marijuana edibles mixed in with kids' candy. Unfortunately, the shit really happened this year because some supervillain of a parent thought it'd be a good idea to do some shit like this and ruin the fun for everybody. Um, you know, my solution for this is tried and true. And I actually went through it this weekend when I was trick or treating with my daughter. You guys got to make sure you check the candy, check those bags before they start eating the candy. It's just common sense as a parent. Make sure that there's nothing in there that is Reese's, Snickers, and weed. Make sure you take all of that stuff and leave them nothing but candy corn because candy corn is trash. You know, I don't know if
Haters.
this
Haters.
I don't know if this if this whole event that happened this weekend is going to at a PTA meeting or PTA sponsored event is going to change the game and in California and the edibles and stuff like this. But I can see stuff like that happening. And it really, really, really is shitty. So make sure you guys are checking the Halloween candy if you have kids out there. This is still on the parents, and people make mistakes too. And I don't know what's going to happen next after this, but maybe you do. I'm just a dope dad on the streets here, Rico Lamite for High at Nine News, and I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this, man? Is this going to change the game? It's a PTA event. It wasn't no sketchy Halloween party. It wasn't
Man,
no
this is the kind of
sketchy
PTA meeting.
neighborhood.
This is the kind of PTA meeting I would want to attend.
Exactly.
Yeah, this sounds like a great
Right.
time.
And my kids are grown.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
This
but in all
this is
seriousness,
crazy,
it's
man.
not a joking matter for people to be giving kids cannabis. Not sure how they actually got a hold of this cannabis, but at the same time, you know, parents should be instilling good values into their children as far as not consuming off brands. And so, like, if they shouldn't have
There's
thought
Kiva.
they shouldn't have thought that it was a Starburst if it wasn't in a Starburst wrapper. That's my point.
No,
Okay.
real talk. That's what it looks like. It looks like a Starburst. It looked
Yeah, that's
nothing
the
like a
most. Yeah,
Starburst.
yeah, that's the most BS cop out that I've ever heard. It's total
It
BS.
looks like a
It
Starburst.
looks like a
So,
starburst. Yeah, it's a
so,
square.
so parents don't check their kids' candy anymore. Like we couldn't touch the candy until the candy
Right,
came home and you went through it.
right.
Because back in
Yep.
my day, we weren't worried about weed lace candies. We were worried about razor blades and like
Yeah.
all kinds of
Yeah,
Exactly.
stuff
Razor
like that.
blades. Yeah,
But
that was a
I'm
big
just
one.
saying, like, we
right.
came home with our buckets, we poured it all out. Mom and dad went through it, and then we were, got stifled out how much candy we could eat per day, kind of thing.
I used
But
to always look for like needle holes in the packaging too.
sure, yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah,
Yeah.
Did you ever
sure.
find a needle hole?
I never
It's
have.
like finding a
Never.
needle hole in a haystack.
Needle hole in a haystack.
And the Skittles
That's
in
funny.
each
You know,
individual Skittle.
Well, the thing to do is for parents to go out and buy a whole shit ton of candy, and then
And all we got was and then Todd.
You got
He froze.
no,
He froze.
censored,
no,
Todd.
Todd went on Mitch McConnell on us.
Hunter
Todd, you got
Hunter Biden got his internet. Mhm. Oh
Todd,
man.
Todd McConnell.
Todd McConnell, are you back
Did.
with us, Todd?
oh, there we go.
Yeah, there he is.
On McConnell.
Yeah.
St. Petersburg Todd.
That's hilarious.
Oh man. You know what?
No, this is
Yeah,
no,
anything's
this is,
better than that new Speaker of the House. What's his name?
Oh, he's
I
the
gotta
man.
Google him.
He's the
Figure out
man.
who
Mike
it is.
Johnson. Shout out to Mike
Oh
Johnson.
my
Mike
god.
who?
Yeah, he's got a great
Mike
last
who?
name.
MAGA Mike.
Yeah, MAGA Mike.
MAGA Mike.
He's got a fantastic
Mike
last name.
who?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, Mike who.
Mike Johnson.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
right.
I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to do with this information. It's like racking my brain. Like I've been so programmed to think there's gonna be needles, there's gonna be fentanyl in the candy, there's gonna be all this
Yeah.
this and that.
And now we're having to
um,
switch it all up and worry about weed candy in our in our
yeah,
pillowcases.
This is
yeah,
just more. This
that's
is
a
just
cool
like
event.
What's that,
this
Simon?
is going to be commonplace going forward. I mean, it's too easy to either get it confused or to mix it up in a lot of senses if you're just if you don't have it separated, if you don't have like a good system in your own home. And I mean, someone bringing Kiva gummies to a PTA meeting and giving it away to kids like a school board sponsored thing. That's like a really insane situation. I would expect this more of like from a house in a community rather than people that it's their job to actually pay attention to this stuff and to make sure the kids are safe.
So here's
But
the
also
oh, go-
we've said this on this show before. It's really the parents' job to protect their kids. It's not society's job to protect your kids. It's like
well, here's the whole thing.
We're conditioned. We're conditioned to think it's going to be at these parties. We're conditioned it's going to be at people's private residences, and it seems like there's more danger at the school at a PTA event than there would be in a shady ass neighborhood because the parents at those parties they don't want their kids to be they don't want to be that person. This is a
Well,
supervillain of a PTA, disgruntled PTA
do
official.
you
this
think,
is
do you
this
think
is
it's
this is what happens
do you
when
think it's
Antifa takes
nefarious?
over your
Definitely
PTA
what it
meeting.
sounds like.
This is what
Do you
happens.
think it's nefarious?
Yeah, this is what happens when Antifa takes over your PTA meeting, Rico.
There's Antifa.
hmm
There's an insurrection.
Yeah,
There's an insurrection that went down at Alameda High
exactly,
School or elementary
exactly.
school.
But I also wonder, Rico. I also wonder if Halloween overall needs some type of a rebrand because, after all, the slogan of Halloween is "Trick or Treat."
Yeah. It's
So
more of a trick than a treat this
exactly,
time, huh?
that's what I'm saying. Someone was tricking off in Alameda County, apparently at Kiva.
Maybe like, oh, weed gummies. Oh, these
hmm
kids see worse
Yeah,
every day. They're just weed gummies
they
for
weren't
kids.
weren't the gummies though, Simon. They were the hard shoes, the Lost Farm hard shoes, like the Starburst. That's what the kids got.
Okay, all right.
hmm
I could.
Yeah, and it
And
They're
looked
awfully
and
expensive. I don't know who's putting those in the candies in the bowl because
They
a
were like,
couple of
so
bucks.
they were like, we're gonna hook these kids up. They're gonna appreciate this.
well, nobody.
it could have been somebody. It could have been somebody who got laid off.
Well, nobody has them cheaper than Kiva themselves, Todd. Just saying.
That's what I'm saying. So it could have been somebody
Yeah.
who got laid off.
Well, they're still a couple of bucks each.
Yeah.
You
hmm
know.
But oh man,
Or it could have been
that was
free at their parties.
a fun story. We're gonna